Hey guys, so nandito na tayo sa ating chapter 7 of statics of rigid bodies, which is the moment of inertia. The moment of inertia, an area is divided in small parts such as dA, and each area is multiplied by the square of its member area about a reference axis, and that is the moment of inertia, and the notation is I is equals to the integral of rho squared dA, where rho is the distance of the centroids from a reference axis. So, ibig sabihin raw, sa ating moment of inertia, kumukuha tayo ng small parts of a certain body. So, for example, ito yung body natin. And meron tayong plane of axis, and that is y-axis and x-axis. Ang gagawin natin, kukuha tayo ng small parts of the certain body. Sabihin natin ang small part na yun is ito. And that area is tawagin nating dA. And yung small area na yon is merong centroids, and since small area siya, nasa pinaka-center yun, okay? So, since meron dalawang plane of axis, yung ating y and x-axis, ibig sabihin yung ating centroids ng ating small area na dA is merong distance from that axis, and this is distance y, and this is distance x. Ibig sabihin, kapag kukunin natin yung ating moment of inertia with respect to a certain axis, such as x-axis and y-axis, magiging ganito siya. Okay? So, yung ating moment of inertia with respect to x-axis is equal to the small area na dA multiplied by the square of its moment arm from that reference axis. And yung moment arm ng ating dA with respect to x-axis is the distance y. So therefore, this is y squared. So therefore, ang ating moment of inertia with respect to x-axis is equal to the integral of y squared multiplied by dA. Okay? Ibig sabihin naman, yung ating moment of inertia with respect to y-axis is equal to the integral of x squared multiplied by dA. Okay. Next, meron naman tayong term na ginagamit na polar moment of inertia. So, in polar moment of inertia, the moment of inertia for an area relative to a line on axis perpendicular to the plane of the area is called the polar moment of inertia. So, meron tayong plane of axis, and that is y and x axis. And sa polar moment of inertia raw, yung moment of inertia niya is with respect to the line or axis perpendicular to the plane. Okay? Ibig sabihin, meron naman tayong panibagong line or axis na kung saan yung line na yun at axis na yun is perpendicular sa kanyang plane. And tawag natin yung axis Z or Z-axis. And perpendicular yun sa ating X and perpendicular din yun sa ating Y-axis. So, kung kukuha tayo ng area dito, ito, small area, ito nga yung ating dA. Ibig sabihin, meron siyang distance from that axis or line of axis na perpendicular to that plane. And sabihin ito yung kanyang distance. Sabihin distance, xy, sabihin z. Yan. Distance z. Okay? So, kung babalik sa plane of axis natin na y and x axis, andito yung ating z-axis na nakaganito. Okay, nakatayo. So, ngayon, kunin natin yung distance niya dito. Okay, yan. So, ito yung ating distance z. So, balikan natin ang equation natin moment of inertia na equals sa integral of rho squared dA, where rho is the moment arm from a certain reference axis. So, kung dito, yung ating reference axis is z, ibig sabihin, ang ating polar moment of inertia na j with respect to z-axis is equal to the integral of moment arm niya na z squared multiplied by area dA. Okay? Kung saan, ang z natin is equal to the x squared plus y squared because z is the hypotenuse of x and y na makikreate natin na triangle dito. Okay? So, ito yung makikreate natin triangle. Yan. And yung ating z nga is yung hypotenuse. So, ibig sabihin, ang ating z squared is equals to x squared plus y squared, where jz, or polar moment of inertia, is equals to the integral of x squared plus y squared multiplied by dA, where jz is equal to the integral of x squared multiplied by dA plus the integral of y squared multiplied by dA, where x squared multiplied by dA is equals to ix, and y squared, integral of y squared multiplied by dA is equals to ix. Therefore, ang ating polar moment of inertia is the summation of the moment of inertia with respect to x-axis and the moment of inertia with respect to y-axis. Okay, so 7.2, radius of gyration. So, radius of gyration is considered as the uniform distance from a reference axis at which the entire area may be assumed to be distributed. So, yung ating dA, i-distribute natin na, i-distribute natin parallel to a reference axis. So, itong dA natin, so, consider natin siya as uniform area. And itong area na to, so ginawa natin area into strip. And sabi dito sa radius of gyration, yun daw yung kinoconsider natin as the uniform or constant distance from a reference axis. So tawagin natin itong distance r. Yan. So balikan ulit yung equation ng moment of inertia. The moment of inertia, sabi natin, the moment of inertia I is equals to the integral of ang distance ng ating area dito, ng strip, or moment r with respect to a reference axis is r. So, r squared. Okay? So, since ang ating r is uniform or constant, ilalabas natin yung r. Therefore, ang ating moment of inertia is equals to r squared multiplied by the integral of dA. Na kung saan ang ating moment of inertia is equals to r squared multiplied by the area, where r squared is equals to I over area. Or ang ating radius of gyration r is equals to square root of I over area. Na kung saan kapag kukunin natin is rx, ibig sabihin ang gagamit natin na moment of inertia is ix. And kapag kukunin natin na ry is equals to square root of iy over area. Transfer formula for moment of inertia. So sa transfer formula, ginagamit natin yung transfer formula when the centroids of the certain body is not coincide or not collinear, or not intersect or not located in the reference axis. So for example, ito yung ating body. So, kunin natin yung kanyang, kunin natin yung kanyang area. So, bali dito yung TA. Okay, yan. And, ilocate natin yung kanyang centroidal axis. So, sa, yung ating centroidal axis is naaral natin sa chapter 6 of centroids and center of gravity. No, kung saan yung centroidal axis is the location of the centroids of a certain body na sinusolve natin na x bar and y bar. So, depende kung saan reference axis yung ating x bar and y bar. So, for example, ito yung kanyang centroidal axis. Tawagin natin yung axis na yun as x sub O, na mayroong distance d. Mayroong distance d. Yan. Okay? Tapos, with respect to x sub O, yung ating dA is mayroong distance y. So ngayon, kunin natin yung kanyang moment of inertia gamit yung transfer formula. So yung ating moment of inertia with respect to x is equal to the integral of y squared dA. Na kung saan yung y is the distance or the moment arm of dA with respect to the reference axis. Ibig sabihin, yung ating y is equals to y plus d. Therefore, yung ating ix is equals to the integral of y plus d squared multiplied by dA. So, yung ating ix is equal to the integral of y squared dA plus to the integral of dy dA plus integral of d squared dA. Okay, so simple ano lang to, expanding of equation. Okay, so next, yung ating ix is equals to the integral of y squared dA. So ilabas natin yung 2 and d, and kasi yung d natin is constant. So 2d multiplied by the integral of y dA plus yung d natin is constant. So d squared multiplied by the integral of dA. Na kung saan yung ating integral of y dA is also equals to the area multiplied by y bar. Na kung saan yung y bar natin is yung location ng ating centroids. Okay? Ayas, yung ating y bar is yung ating centroids. So, ibig sabihin ko ang ating y is nakalocate sa mismong centroids natin. Ang mangyayari, magkakaroon tayo ng zero distance. So, yes. Na kung saan yung ating d is also equals to y bar sa situation na to. Kasi kung gumamit tayo ng Varino's theorem with respect to x-axis, ang makuha natin na d is yung distance y bar. So, ibig sabihin, yung location ng ating centroid is nasa y bar, kaya mag-zero yung ating y multiplied by dA. Ibig sabihin, yung ating ix is equal to integral of y squared dA plus d squared multiplied by the integral of dA. Na kung saan yung ating y squared dA is tawagin nating moment of inertia with respect to centroidal axis. So yung ating ix is equals to the ating ix bar, ito yung bar, plus d squared, okay, so area multiplied by d squared, okay? Na kung saan yung ating ix bar is the moment of inertia with respect to centroidal axis, okay, or with respect to x sub o. So, ibig sabihin, yung ating moment of inertia with respect to y-axis is equal to ix y plus area multiplied by d squared. Na kung saan yung d natin, base rito, is the distance of the centroids, to CG natin, distance of the centroids from a reference axis. Okay, so dito sa ating ix, yung ating d is equal to the y bar, and yung ating d naman sa y is equal to x bar. So lagi nyo tatandaan, so sana mag-practice na ninyo yung ating centroids and center of gravity. So paglulukit ng ating centroids, then hanapin natin yung distance ng centroids na yun with respect to a reference axis, and that distance is the distance d, para di kayo na hihirapan. Okay? So in relation with the polar moment of inertia and radius of gyration, yung ating ix is equal to area multiplied by, okay, area multiplied by the radius of gyration r, okay, is equal to the area multiplied by r bar squared plus area multiplied by d squared. So cancel lahat yung ating area kasi constant, para sa ng area. Ibig sabihin, yung ating radius of gyration na r squared is equals to the radius of gyration with respect to centroidal axis squared plus d squared. Okay? Next, with respect naman sa polar moment of inertia, yung ating polar moment of inertia is equals to polar moment of inertia with respect to centroidal axis, or j bar plus area multiplied by d squared. Okay? Yan. So, ito yung introduction ng ating moment of inertia. So, thank you for watching. Bye-bye!